First class is EIBIC Diamond. An EIBIC Diamond will be students that have successfully completed everything. They've been able to pitch. They've been able to receive, investment, from the university, and probably be able to get funds from DG, like I've mentioned. And that student can build that fund into, a startup that is valuable as 100 million before leaving the university. That one gets EIBIC Diamond. In my university, because of the VC that are here, the Senate has made it's in our rule that anybody that gets EIBIC Diamond, the Vice Chancellor will do a special dinner for those set of students with the industry to announce them to the industry if you are able to get EIBIC Diamond. So the next to it is EIBIC Gold. Not necessarily, you are not able to get up to 100, but you have a startup, you receive investment before you leave, and you're able to get between 76 to 85 points of the EIBIC. So that it gives you, gold. You look at silver, bronze, and ordinary. Ordinary is that you must complete all the 24 modules. You must have gotten between 50 to 64 points. And at least we know that EIBIC knowledge is resident in you. You were unable to probably win most of the competition, but when you get outside there and you see opportunity, you can recognize one. When you need to create startup, you can do one, especially when you get maybe outside the country. Nigerians are very smart. You will be able to create as many enterprises as possible. So, and that's it. The major thing about EIBIC, the detailed one are there that we're going to share with our other universities. We now have the technical aspect of it because EIBIC has been digitized, and the digitization of EIBIC is now a platform that can reach as much as 100 million, students if we have them today in the university system. And I believe, I don't know if the two startups in Unilag that have been created, I know they flew in today. Honorable Minister, we have the Elon Musk we are building in Unilag. The two of them flew in today. They said they want to be part of this. I don't know if praise is inside the house. I know they said the road was blocked. They're on their way. When they come, I want us to recognize them, sir. They have built the solution we use to our Moremi that I think Honorable Minister attended, the Moremi, the financial payment system that was used for Moremi was made in Unispend. And the Unispend now, and they have said, I should tell Honorable Minister, they have built what the education system can use to track the money you are giving in their fund, so that you can know how students are spending, how they can do that. So they are going to be here today. These are the possibilities that have happened inside, University of Lagos. It can happen in all other universities. So I welcome the technical team to show the world what SB platform looked like. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for the technical team. Thank you, Prof. Good morning, Honorable Minister. Permit me to stand on established protocol. EIBIC platform is a multi-tenant system. Okay, what does that mean? It's akin to you having, townhouses, or maybe even a high-rise where you have several tenants. Now, they live together in close proximity, but they collaborate. They retain their uniqueness as tenants, meaning my apartment remains, private to me. I do my thing, but they rely on the framework that's been established. Building the platform. So there are 14 universities for this phase. Can we just run through them? So they are tenants. They can collaborate. It is communal. Can we navigate through page 10, please? We've got Ahmadu Bello, we've got Unijos, University of Abuja, University of Nigeria, University of Ibadan, University of Benin, University of Maiduguri, University of Port Harcourt, Abubakar Tafawa University, Obafemi Awolowo University, Usman Danfodio University, Bayero University Kano, and the last but not the least, Okay, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Now, the platform is designed for academia and industry to collaborate. So on the one hand, Prof is really giving you the overview of, the concept of EIBIC. So we have the students on the one side, and we have the mentors, that's industry on the other side. Now, to get on the platform, the students will have to register through their schools. Each school retains its uniqueness, even though they're collaborating with other schools, meaning you can go across into school, form teams, share ideas and all of that. So students will register. The schools will onboard their students different ways, but at the end of the day, there's validation and register. Then the mentors will also register, and they will be scrutinized and approved by the schools. It's not for everybody. There are criteria they must meet before they are administered into the system to come mentor the students. So what it means essentially is industry is coming to nurture and then mentor. So nurture first, then you mentor. For those who have excelled, you saw the graduation that Prof displayed earlier. You fall into certain categories, then you require mentorship. Where you're evolving into a business, then you're properly guided to evolve into that business. So that is the quick concept of the EIBIC platform. Now, just to showcase a student, please. Okay. So looking as a student, University of Lagos being our demo. So ideally, each onboarded student gets their credentials via their email, registered email. They log in the system. They come in and register for their courses. So year one, you register for courses related to year one. Year two, courses related to year two, and year 3 and 4 as well. EIBIC courses now, because they have unique modules like Prof showcased earlier. Now, if you look at this student is registered for EIB 101, Introduction to Entrepreneurship, Opportunities Identification, Startups, Social Entrepreneurship, and Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Those are the modules he's going to be, taking. Now, the uniqueness of the platform is such that it does not conflict with their, regular, disciplines. So, meaning there's a window of study which is unique to each school. You can vary it. So you create a window where they come on the platform, do all of those things, attend to their lesson. Now they're mostly video lessons, and obviously whether pre-recorded or real-time, because now mentors can schedule real-time collaborative meetings on the system. Okay? So then just a few of the menus. Factpreneurs, like Prof mentioned, they will upload assignments, upload video lessons. The students come in here, they go there, follow the prompts, go through the video lectures, submit the assignments, they get graded, they have the academic records. Now at different points in time, they are tested, just so that, to be sure that it's just not, they're following and they're paying attention to, the classes and the education, being put forward. So they are tested, there's CBT, real-time examinations that they can take, and then they will be scored accordingly. Can we go to, no, we don't have time, please. Okay, yeah, so there's critical to the system, obviously industry, academia again, is the business registration. Prof already spoke to that. Students, they form teams with same idea, different backgrounds. For example, I'm a chemist, meaning studying chemistry, got a brilliant idea, but I need to leverage on IT. So I collaborate with somebody who is in computer science, so we can bring that idea to life. So the factpreneurs will guide them on how they can form teams. They don't need to do it alone. They don't need all of the skill set to make it happen. Then when they do that, they can also register their business while in school. Prof spoke to that as well. They come here, they patent their ideas through the school. There's a structure for that as well. And then, the ideation, begins and continues till maturity. So these are some of the things that, we have on the system for the students to do. Then the mentors I spoke to earlier as well, they are closely scrutinized before they are brought on board to be sure that what they are delivering is what is required for the students. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll just stop here just for it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So this is what it is. Colleague universities that have been brought into this place to now dine on this fantastic table. We are to come together to build Nigerian students in a way and manner that they are what they are successful entrepreneurs. I thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much. Wonderful presentation. As I sat down listening to this presentation, I felt like going back to school. Not to study medicine, but to be associated with this. Prof, please, you will advise us or advise me if I should go back to school. I don't want to go and read architecture or medicine, but just, is this EIBIC? It's a wonderful place. Let's celebrate this program. The last time we came here, we also came to, launch the grant. So it's not a fairy tale. So the program is on ground. The grant to support it is on ground. Everything is on ground just for this to pick up. And it has done that. We celebrate the honorable ministers and all the initiators of these wonderful programs. I'm very happy to be in the education sector at this time. Thank you. While the presentation was going on, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the mother in the education sector came in. We know her as ABC in the education sector. She is articulate, she is brainy, she is beautiful, she is capable, she has character. I am talking of my madam, the Honorable Minister of State for Education. Please help me welcome her for the opening remarks. Ma will reserve it. Your big brother said we should reserve this for you. She is Professor Sueba Said Ahmed. Please celebrate my madam for me.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I thought I don't need to say anything. The earlier presentation was so good. The appetite is already there. Everybody is just ready to commence this EIBIC. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Let me start by first appreciating my brother and father at the same time, the Honorable Minister of Education. You can see the wonderful initiatives. Wonderful. I sometimes sit down and just dwell. How does he get these ideas? How does he get this vision? Is it that he dreams about them, or from where do they come? Sir, thank you for moving the education sector to a new era. Thank you so much. Let me also appreciate the Permanent Secretary, though not here, but ably represented by the Director of Basic Education. At the same time, I would like to recognize all the directors from the Ministry of Education. Though the vision is coming from the leadership of Maruf Tunji Alausa, but you support us in the implementation. I know that you work tirelessly. Your hours in the office is just not 12 hours. I don't know the number of hours you put in. We appreciate that, and we see that. Representative of the TETFUND, ESNUC, I would like to also recognize the chairman of Committee of Vice Chancellors, Professor Tanku Ishaya. I would also like to recognize the GMD Sahara Group, Mr. Kola Adesina. We were together with you in Lagos. You equally supported another initiative coming from the Ministry of Education. Thank you for always having the Ministry of Education at your heart. My brother, the youths, the students, the senior special assistant to the President on Student Matters, who is always in the ministry. We'll give you an office there so that you can always be together with us. Entrepreneurs, vice chancellors that are here, members of the academia, participants, and distinguished invited guests, and the presenters and those people that flew all the way into the country to attend this important gathering. Thank you everyone for being here. As I said, my job is so easy. The earlier presentation has talked so much about EIBIC, and everybody is happy and has the appetite for that program. But notwithstanding, I will still use the opportunity to welcome you all to this important occasion, centered on the Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Business Incubation Certificate Program. This gathering reflects a shared commitment to redefining the purpose of education in Nigeria, one that not only imparts knowledge, but also cultivates innovation, enterprise, and self-reliance among our Nigerians. We are trying to move this country. It's not just about the certification. It's not just about the knowledge. It's all about the skills. Having a certificate, having the knowledge without implementation, without creativity, I don't think will lead to the development we want to see in the country. And therefore, this is a very positive development. Just yesterday, we were having a meeting or reviewing the curriculum for agriculture, because we realized that agriculture is the new currency. And therefore, we want to also move that sector into more skill-focused in such a way that graduates of agriculture now can be self-sustaining, can be employers of labor, not people going all over the place seeking for employment. And therefore, I'm very excited and also at the same time thankful to our minister for this vision. Today, more than ever, our educational institutions must evolve into hubs of creativity, innovation, and problem solving. They must become environments where ideas are nurtured, talents are developed, and students are empowered to translate knowledge into viable enterprises that can drive economic growth and national development. This Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Business Incubation Certification Program is a clear demonstration of that vision. It has been deliberately designed to embed entrepreneurship education directly into the academic experience of our students, equipping them with practical skills, innovative thinking, and the mindset required to build sustainable businesses even while pursuing their degrees. This approach ensures that education is not only theoretical, but also functional, relevant, and responsive to the needs of our economy. I am particularly pleased that participants in this program will, upon completion, earn an additional certificate in entrepreneurship alongside their academic degrees. These dual credentials represent a powerful advantage. It strengthens employability, enhances entrepreneurial capacity, and prepares our students to compete and excel in an increasingly dynamic global environment. This initiative aligns strongly with the vision of our father, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, under the Renewed Hope Agenda, which places a premium on youth empowerment, job creation, and economic diversification. At the Federal Ministry of Education, we are advancing this vision through the Nigerian Education Sector Renewal Initiative, popularly known as the NESRI Agenda, which prioritizes innovation, skill development, and entrepreneurship as central pillars of education reform. Let me commend the institutions, facilitators, and partners who have embraced this forward-looking approach. Your efforts are instrumental in building an education system that not only produces graduates, but also nurtures job creators, innovators, and leaders of tomorrow. To our students, I encourage you to seize this opportunity with seriousness and purpose. The knowledge and experience we gain through this program have the potential to transform your future, contribute meaningfully to the development of our nation. I urge all stakeholders to continue working collaboratively to institutionalize entrepreneurship within our education system and ensure its sustainability and impact. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for her. I told you that she is our ABC. Thank you. Great Nigerian students! Funade? We did. Great, the greatest, and the greatest Nigerian students. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. This is a great opportunity.
Bosa for the minister there.
Bosa. Bosa. Are we giving minister American Bosa? Oh yeah, let's give the ministers American Bosa.
Bosa man. Bosa man. Bosa man.
Thank you. You will teach us how to give Bosa in Chinese too. That one will sound interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a wonderful program, and I'm very happy to be associated with it. It's time to hear from Comrade, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Student Affairs. Please welcome Comrade Asofo Sunday.
The working Minister of Education, the one that we call our own numero uno, the man who his leadership has continued to shape the meaningful reform in education sectors in Nigeria. The man who has seen vision, the man that Nigerian students have seen as a role model, the man that has demonstrated leadership, doctor, who is a medical doctor, but to us is a professor in the education sector. The Honorable Minister for Education State, representative of the EIBIC of TETFUND, the representative of NUC, PAMSEC, and the chairman of the Vice Chancellor, who is the Vice Chancellor of University of Jos, where the chairman of ASU also came from. Vice Chancellors who are here, all the greatest Nigerian students, great. Articulate Nigerian students, great. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister, today I stand on behalf of the Nigerian students, being a bridge between them and the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Nigerian students saying they are happy for your leadership. The students said, I should appreciate you and the president that just a few weeks ago, you were in UK alongside with the president. You were not just a minister in UK alone. Rather, you facilitated a program that Nigerian students, Nigerians, can study here in Nigeria with a very recognized university in the UK, and they will have a degree, that millions of naira, Nigerians is taking millions of naira to UK to go and study. That why Nigerian students are japa to UK, and you said there is no need for them to japa again. Rather, what they are looking for in UK, they can have it in Nigeria. The students said I should appreciate you for bringing Coventry University into the doorstep of Nigerian students in Nigeria. We appreciate you, Honorable Minister. Today, we are also part of the history. Some weeks ago, or some months ago rather, we were all here in this hall where EIBIC were being launched. And there is one thing in this government, for those of us who have been in the activism for a very long time, that what we do, Nigerian students, as you all know, they criticize government. but since the inception of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and since the president has also put a ramper in the round hole, when we have a minister that understands the language of Nigerian students, when we have a minister that is looking, even when he's sleeping, like where the spokesperson said, looking at the face of the minister, you fall in love with him. Nigerian students also fall in love with you whenever they see you. We were here, and this was launched today. Not that the program was launched. I could remember when I was president of NANS, I have been invited to, different fora where things were being launched for students. But day in, day out, year after years, you will now see it's coming into pass. But today, we can say it unequivocally that under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and under the leadership of our minister, a doctor turned to professor, when you launch, you implement, and people see it. It means you make a promise and you kept the promise and you fulfill it. Today, the Nigerian students said, I should appreciate you that under this Renew Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that students will now be equipped with entrepreneurship skill across all our universities. The students say we appreciate you. The students also say we should appreciate you for promoting innovation and creativity in all education sectors in Nigeria under the Renew Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, we must also thank you for giving opportunity to Nigerian students. For those who are interested, like that professor said, you can be a student and you also have a business. By the time you graduate, you have 2 certificates. You will not be looking for a white-collar job. Rather, you'll be an employer of labor. Today, Nigerian students, you are giving Nigerian students a space for them not to be a job seeker, rather to be a job creator. The students are saying a very big thanks to you and your partner, who is also our mother. You can see the 2 of them. I don't know where the president has been able to bring the 2 of them together. But to us, the president has done Nigerian students a very good job. And that is why we are happy. And I want to say again, that Nigerian students over there, I want you to stand up to say another 3 American bossa for the working Minister of Education.
The American bossa for our minister there. Bossa man, bossa man, bossa man, yo, yo, yo. We love your mission.
That's,
we love your mission.
We love your mission. We love your mission. Alausa, we love your mission. We love your mission. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. We love your mission. Of course, everybody will love the mission because the mission is for good. Let's put our hands together for the Special Assistant to the President. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I said, I just wish I can just become 15 years, 18 years, 20 years and go back to school. But it's late for me. I cannot be 20 years anymore. But I have no regrets. I can still benefit from what Professor Adebisi explained to us. I can still be a beneficiary even as a grandmother, isn't it? So there is opportunity for all. It's not just for only students. Thank you. I want to invite for his very short goodwill message, Professor Tanko Ishaya. He is the Vice Chancellor, University of Jos. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister of Education, the Honorable Minister of State, permit me to stand on the protocol that has already been well established to save time. I stand here not just as the Vice Chancellor of the University of Jos, not as the Chairman of the Committee of Vice Chancellors, but I stand here as the Chairman of the EIBIC project Management Committee. And it is indeed with immense pleasure and high optimism that I stand to say a warm congratulations on the launching of the Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Business Incubation Certification. The Honorable Minister of State made one point that I just wanted to clarify, especially for all of us academics and also the students. It is not about certification. This is about skills. And of course, whenever we talk about skills, we need to demonstrate. And that is where the certification is coming in. But it is about skills. About skills empowerment in entrepreneurship, innovation, business, incubation. Honorable Minister, permit me to say a very short story because when I reflect upon things that you have just created, I remember when I was lecturer in the United Kingdom. I had a student come to me for personal supervisory. And usually we discuss the future of the students. So I asked this student, Jonathan, what do you want to become in the next 5 years? And he said, I want to become a millionaire. That was the student that was coming to me the first time. First semester, we didn't even start lectures. He said, I want to become a millionaire. And one of the things I told him was that, Jonathan, here at the University of Hull, we can make you and support you to become what you want to become. But we don't have millions to give you. But whatever you need, we will provide you. So we continued. One day, Jonathan came again and said, how do I register a company? And I said, okay, we have a business school. I don't know the procedure, but I'll link you up. Another day he's come and said, how do I access loan? I said, we have another department, I'll link you up. So I continue to link Jonathan up and so on and so forth. Fast forward, at the end, the day that Jonathan, in fact, after some time, I discovered that he's a first class student. So anytime he comes for a meeting, we don't discuss any academic. We discuss about the business. So at the end of the day, when Jonathan was graduating, he came to discuss with me and said, in the UK, the only thing you accept from a student is a bottle of wine and a card at the point of graduation. So he came with a bottle of wine and a card and said, Tanko, I just wanted to appreciate you very much. I thank you so much. I said, Jonathan, now sit down because that 1 million, that millionaire that you have become, the University of Hull will need some part of it. So he told me, he said, Tanko, I can assure you, I can tell you that I have not made $1 million yet, but I can tell you that 50% of the students that we are graduating tomorrow are not looking for jobs anywhere. They are working for me. 50% of the students are working for me, and the total number of students was over 40. So if he says 50% of them were working, that means 20 of them were actually working for Jonathan. And he said to me, out of those that are working for me, 5 of them are my directors, and they will not look for jobs anywhere. They will work for me. So when I saw this program, Honorable Minister, I see this vision coming to Nigeria. And I see that by the time the students will be coming in, with that particular perspective. Therefore, this is very, very timely, led by our visionary minister. I know that you have several names. And is defining a step towards shifting the nation's economic narrative from consumption to production. This landmark initiative by the Honorable Minister marks transformative leap in repositioning Nigerian education as a true driver of national economic development. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I think that when we are acknowledging and appreciating the minister and his Minister of State, and the whole Ministry of Education. I think we need to continue to triangulate all the visionary project that is bringing up. And let me just say one of it. Just last December, if you remember, we were all here. Last December, we were all here when the minister launched the Student Venture Capital Grants. Hello? Hello, students.
Yes.
The Student Venture Capital Grants. By implication, this EIBIC is going to give you the skills, the abilities to be able to access these grants. So I think it's been mapped together, and I think we need to look at that together. And I had a discussion with Professor Sunday Adebisi, and he said, but the total number of students so far that have applied for this grant, majority of them that are going to the next level are from University of Lagos. Why? Because of this program. So it's important that we really key in. By focusing on practical skills acquisition, innovation-driven thinking, and structured incubation, it's not just satisfying individuals, it is building a new generation of job creators, innovators, and industrial leaders. The certification is more than an add-on. It is a commitment to fostering a culture of resilience, creativity, and sustainable enterprise among Nigerians' most valuable assets. It's youth, our students. As this program unfolds, it will foster a stronger link between academic knowledge and the urgent needs for the market, ensuring that Nigerian entrepreneurs are aimed with the expertise required to thrive in a global economy. I want to commend the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, the medical doctor that our special advisor has now nicknamed or named as the education professor, the Honorable Minister of State, TETFUND, NUC, and all participating institutions such as the University of Lagos, who is actually the pioneer. For this visionary leadership in bridging the gap between academic theory and real-world enterprise. Honorable Minister, permit me to sincerely, that is why I said I'm standing here not just as the Vice Chancellor, but as the chairman of that EIBIC Project Management Committee. Let me sincerely appreciate all members. First of all, appreciate you for having the trust in us to be able to drive this implementation, this initiative. And I want to assure you that since July 2025 that the committee has been inaugurated, we only had a physical meeting once. All our meetings have been virtual. And that is to show that the virtual can work. Sometimes we had meetings until about 12 midnight. Bio is there. Sometimes some of the members, we have to wake them up when we are having meetings. And that is to show that the members are really very, very committed, and also to, of course, reassure you of our commitment, because today marks the launch. That is actually the beginning of the work of the committee, to ensure that this that is being launched is actually made to reality. But let me also appreciate the members of the EIBIC, all of them that have been committed to this real opportunity, a real work that you have given us, for all their tired contributions and everything that they are doing in order to ensure that you succeed as far as this project is concerned. May this certification serve as a catalyst that unlocks a new era of prosperity and positions Nigeria as a global powerhouse for innovation and entrepreneurship. Congratulations to the federal government, congratulations to Tinubu, the educators, and most importantly, the future industry leaders of this country, Nigeria, our students. Great Josites. Greatest of the greatest Josites. Thank you most sincerely. God bless you. Thank you. Oh, Honorable Minister, I said great genocide because I'm a the Vice Chancellor of the University. Most of the time we say great genocide. Great Nigerian student. Great. Thank you. The greatest of the greatest Nigerian students. Great. 3 posas for the Minister of Education.
Bosa, bosa, bosa.
And 1 ayah for his enemy.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. The next goodwill messages will be coming from a very distinguished persons. Please, we plead with you to just make it 2 minutes. Please, 2 minutes. Let's welcome Professor Folashade Ogunsola, VC, University of Lagos. Where is... Sir, please, 2 minutes. I know you're a prof. You will make it even 1 minute. I trust you. Please celebrate him.
Honorable Minister, I am not Professor Folashade Ogunsola. I am Professor Afolabileshi, Deputy Vice Chancellor in the University of Lagos. I have a very short goodwill message from Professor Ogunsola, which I'd like to read. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Honorable ministers here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a historical event in the annals of not just University of Lagos, but our country, Nigeria. A few years back, the university started a journey driven by passion for growth at the Entrepreneurial Skill and Development Center, aimed at making students well-rounded, that is, getting a skill in addition to the academic certificate. A course outline was designed and added to the curriculum of the university. The program has no doubt been impactful ever since. So far, at UNILAG, we have onboarded 30,000 students, which has led to over 1,000 students starting businesses, winning international pitching contests, and contributing to solving societal problems and ultimately national development. I want to appreciate and applaud the role of Professor Sunday Adebisi in this journey. Therefore, it's a proud moment for us today at the university, as the Federal Ministry of Education constituted the Project Management Committee for the implementation of EIBIC in 14 universities across Nigeria, with the University of Lagos as one of them. At the University of Lagos, we have consistently aligned our vision with the goal of producing future-ready graduates, students who are not only knowledgeable, but also capable of creating opportunities, driving economic growth, and contributing to the society immensely. As we commence this phase with the inauguration of the program today, I encourage each institution to ensure its students embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm and commitment, while our faculty and industry partners are encouraged to lend their expertise in ensuring the success of this initiative. Let me express our profound gratitude to the federal government of Nigeria for taking this initiative to a different level and for finding the University of Lagos as a partner in this journey. In conclusion, I am confident that this program will not just empower students, but will contribute significantly to reducing unemployment while fostering innovation, design thinking, and advancing Nigeria's economic transformation. On behalf of Professor Folashade Ogunsola.
Thank you very much, sir. I have the honor to invite for another 2 minutes. Thank you very much. I want to invite Mr. Adebo Olujimi for 2 minutes. Please, sir, 2 minutes. A round of applause. Please celebrate so beautifully for me.
Honorable Minister, sir, my distinguished students and friends of Nigeria and Nigerians all here, we want to thank you for the great initiative and what this government is doing towards the empowerment of young people. Nigeria with loads of young unemployed people who are coming from school, and that people like us that were given opportunity by Nigeria, live in Nigeria, do business here, and will be surviving doing business here for a while. So our own commitment, our Temada, is the fact that we want to take this not just in Unilag, but across the country, the 6 geopolitical universities here, and that would invest yearly about 20 billion across all the Nigerian universities on EIBIC. So going forward, it's a commitment that we're making to the government to support the growth of education, support the growth of young people, support what is called the future Elon Musk of Africa. God bless you, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much. He is the CEO of Emadeb Energy and founder Ibom Offspring. Thank you, sir. We will hear from Mr. Inyi Aboyeji, the CEO, Future Africa. Round of applause for him. This applause, he will carry it over for tomorrow, that is his birthday.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Honorable Minister, distinguished guests present here. First of all, I would like to thank Nigeria for the gift that it is giving to Nigerian students, the gift of entrepreneurship. I started my career as an entrepreneur. I've not had the privilege of holding any other job. I started my career as an entrepreneur as a student at the University of Waterloo. At the University of Waterloo, I had the most interesting experience of being part of a program called the Velocity Program, where the University of Waterloo essentially turned a student residence into an incubator, which over time has grown into the largest free incubator in the world. And at the age of, and this was at 19, 2010, 2011, myself and my good friend Pierre could afford the residence, I couldn't. So I stayed off campus and I just visited him often. And we built a company called Boto, which didn't end up as a success, so many of you are probably not heard of it. But that business taught us everything that we know about entrepreneurship. And here I am standing here today. Tomorrow I turn 35, and I've had the privilege of, thank you, and I've had the privilege of building 3 $1 billion companies from Nigeria. Now, the reason why what you're doing is so important is that my dream, and the reason why myself and Professor Adebisi, my personal prof, have this unique kindred spirit, is that my dream has always been that more young Nigerians get to have the opportunity that I did at the University of Waterloo. And to our greatest surprise, it's been very difficult to get a minister who will do this. And in many ways, it really is just the finger of God that every year for the last 4 years, we've been laboring on EIBIC, making sure the students are working and giving back in our tiny corner of Yaba. And now we have this opportunity to make this a reality for young people across the country. Sir, you don't know how grateful I am. I flew down because I said I didn't want to miss this moment. It is such a special moment for Nigeria. My prayer is that with this, with the Student Venture Capital Fund, and I'm hoping with a more deliberate strategy of engaging industry in academia, that we can finally make Nigerian education what it really needs to be.
an engine of productivity for our young people. Thank you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Congratulations. At 35, and he's making this move. When you get to 60, you make greater move. And at 100, the whole globe will celebrate you. I stand as your prophetess. Remember me. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. Kola Adeshino, MFR. He is the GMD Sahara Groups. Please, a round of applause for him.
The honorable ministers, all protocol duly observed. First and foremost, I think I will have to report the MC to Mrs. Alausa. Because if she's looking at him and smiling and happy and falling in love again and again, I'll begin to pay attention to you. Please, let's develop a technology that will put on her to monitor our movement going forward. Secondly, I would want every one of us to kindly, I beg of you, respectfully one more time, all rise, sit down. Please give Aboyeji a resounding round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may all be seated. It's very gratifying and gives me so much joy and hope for this nation when the likes of has been able to do what he's doing, and yet he's doing all these things without noise, without attention, in spite of what other people see in Nigeria. Like I've said timelessly at different fora, a lot of us see this country from different perspectives. For those who make a difference, for those who are catalysts, those who are transformers, they will see all the challenges and problems of Nigeria as opportunities. And they will develop products and services around converting those challenges into products of value, resolving a problem that ultimately will bring wealth to them. Part of what has made life very meaningful for some of us, particularly myself, is that I'm the first graduate in my family. And as the first graduate, I'm the billboard that everybody looks to. Years back, poverty came calling, and it came with full force. That seeing me where I am today is even a mystery. Like I said this morning earlier, on Tuesday, we had a roundtable around education, again, with the ministers there present. Yesterday, I went to see Mr. President, and again, here was Minister Sunji Alausa. And then again here today, I'm with him. So I said, this is my education week. So I'm going to send an invoice to the ministers for the time spent together. But why is this so priceless to me? I recall my journey as a very young man striving and looking out for success in the midst of poverty, and entrenched poverty for that matter, such that University of Lagos gave me admission. They didn't know that they would become my IDP. I had to stay in the university even when the university had closed, because I didn't have a home to go to. But very few people knew because I wasn't talking about it. And today I am here standing not because of anything, but grace found me. And as grace found me, I was able to tap into that grace by saying to myself, I'm not just going to be in the ministry of complaint that is overpopulated, but rather I'll be in the ministry of transformation that will see the opportunities around and truly work towards making Nigeria a great nation. It's a difficult job, it's a difficult task. Again, because of the fact that as you proceed in life and things start to get better, you realize that prosperity endears both enemies, friends, those that are jealous, and those that are supportive, and those that are going to help you. Criticism is a manure that you require as a businessman. Why? Because you need feedback. Nothing is perfect. The best of us is yet to come. There's nothing called the best product. There's nothing called the best time. Every time is a unique time. Every season is unique. When you are in the school, your job is not just to learn, but to apply what you've learned. Which is why, again, I want to give my appreciation to Professor Sunday at DBC, who incidentally is my supervisor for my doctoral thesis, and he was the one that insisted that please come around. Why? Again, we're working with him to develop this and many, many more. We've been able to support as an organization several people that you don't want to know the amount of money and resources we've dedicated to it. Again, just like E, quietly doing so, believing that we can truly transform Nigeria. I learned something recently. It's called the Lazarus effect. And the Lazarus syndrome speaks to the fact that we all know the biblical story of Lazarus, how he died and he resurrected. In the medical profession, Lazarus syndrome is one whereby somebody has been proclaimed dead. However, suddenly the fellow wakes up and is moving around again. And you start to wonder, what's that? So rare, but it's real. It's happening. Nigeria is dormant today, but Nigeria will be great tomorrow. For Nigeria to be great and the Lazarus syndrome to really come to life, it is when those of us in this room, those of us on the street, look at the balance sheet of life and ask ourselves, are we by our action, by our decision, everything we're doing on the asset column of life or the liability side of life? The ultimate issue for me has always been that nothing we in this world, whether it's money, whether it's house, whether it's any asset you can think of, we're not going to take any one of them with us when we die. However, the transformation we create, the lives we help, the lives we touch, places that were dark that we brought light to, people that were dormant that we made possible for them to wake up and do greater things. People like me who had nothing, but here is actually doing something. The more of people like me that is created, the better for Nigeria. The Strait of Hormuz is an unusual strait that we are all listening to. Upon the recent time, very few people knew of this strait. But lately in the news, everybody is talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Guess what? The Strait of Hormuz for Nigeria is where we are now. And we must find ways and means of removing the mines and channeling the vessel that will transport Nigeria into that industrial nation that we truly can become. In the universities abroad, Harvard, Howard, Oxford, Cambridge, Nigerians are excelling. Why are we not doing so in reality? And that's why, for me, I will say this, the ownership mindset is the first thing we need to trigger. We need to trigger execution discipline. And lastly, we need to be able to trigger value creation focus. The identity for Nigeria must be this nation came from the rubble of failure to becoming a citadel and center of excellence. It can only happen through you with whatever you do. My company, Sahara, will be putting our billions behind this. We're building a school of entrepreneurship in University of Lagos, simulation lab. We're sponsoring quite a number of businesses. We're supporting people with initiatives. Elon Musk is one. Nigerians can create 1,000 Elon Musk. Nigeria can create 5,000. Nigeria can truly create wealth and shared prosperity. With the likes of the leadership of Professor Alausa, I call him Professor, so not doctor, intentionally, because he's now a professional. So, himself and Madam ABC, the Minister of State, their names will be written in gold when the story is told as to how we took the right corner for Nigeria. Great Nigerian students.
Great.
Greatest Nigerian students.
Great.
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 Okay, I saw something earlier before I leave, and I have to say it. I'm so sorry. You know, when we were reciting the list of universities in terms of where this would be done, I saw that the lady from University of Port Harcourt was the first and only person that acknowledged our own university. She's standing up again. You see, it's so unique that if you look behind me, you are going to see number one. Which university is number one there, please? Where are we experimenting this? Who is the professor that is leading this is from where? So for those of you that went to any other university, we're still admitting people. You can come for recertification of your degrees in our university. We'll stand with you, we'll stand by you, and definitely we'll make this happen. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. Another round of applause for him. Sir, there is something I want to tell you. Please, feel free to report me to Mrs. Alaosa. And I also want you to report me to your wife. Because while he was speaking, there was this passion that he was speaking with. He was just speaking with so much passion concerning Nigeria. And I also fall in love with him. Thank you. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hear from the man everybody is falling in love with. The students are falling in love with him. Everybody is falling in love with him. Please, let's welcome the Honorable Minister of Education. They say he is professor, but he is headmaster. Education begins with the last level. He is a headmaster. Please, let's welcome him.
Thank you, please sit there, thank you. It's another great day for our country. We have a president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that is transforming this country. A fervent believer in education, a benevolent believer in education as a bedrock of our society. Let me begin by recognizing my colleague, my partner, Professor Esweba Sadamad, for the wonderful work, your commitment, your preparation, and everything you continue to do to ensure that we meet the mandate given to us by the President, that every single Nigerian child get the best education that is comparable to anywhere in the world. The country appreciates you. Thank you for your service to the country. Please let's give us a big round of applause. And I would also like to acknowledge and thank Mr. Kola Adeshina. This is what the CEO of Sahara Group, it just depicts what opportunities abound in Nigeria. And he said something that, you know, I don't want to belong to that overpopulated group of complainers. I belong to that population of people that are transforming this country. And I'll use Mr. Adeshina to talk directly to our youth. Nigeria is great. Nigeria is a good country. There are abundance of opportunities here. The negativity that you talk about Nigeria, it's not here. There's so many opportunities in this country that you can harness and make you like another Mr. Kola Adeshina. Mr. Kola Adeshina, thank you for your service to our country. Thank you. And let me also particularly thank the one other person while we're here today, Professor Sunday
DBC, for your passion, for your commitment, and your work in ensuring we meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's agenda of a $1 trillion economy by the year 2030. This is one of the ways to get there, to create hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs coming out from our universities, from our polytechnics, and from our colleges of education. Please be seated. We don't want to create people going to universities as job seekers. And I would also like to acknowledge the chairman of the EIBIC Program Implementation Committee, Professor Tanko Ishaya. Thank you for your service. You've done a lot of work for us at the Ministry of Education, and you always deliver, and all the other members of the committee. To all the university vice chancellors that are here, thank you for leading the charge in ensuring that we create the best environment for our students to learn. To the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Sunday Asefon, thank you for your continuous service to the country, and for, let's give me a round of applause, and for galvanizing a Nigerian student, showing them that dialogue with government, with the society, creates better results as opposed to altercation. Nigerian students, I'll come to you in a minute. Also, let me acknowledge the heads of agencies that are here, and the directors at the Federal Ministry of Education. And I also like to individually acknowledge the business leaders that are here, the stakeholders. Mr. Debo Olujimi, CEO of Emadep, thank you for your service. Mr. Macaulay, CEO of Trueware. Mr. Yemi Edun, CEO of Daniel International. Mr. Abiodun Olubiton, Group Head of Access Bank, SME Banking. Mr. Bayo Omorewo, founder and CEO of Tikera Africa. And to Inyaboyeji, thank you for showing the capabilities that abounds in Nigeria. We have, take a seat please, take a seat. We have a population, a 220 million, population of 220 million people. 70% of those below the age of 30 years. So we want to create millions of people like you. Millions of people like you. There'll be creators of unicorns. Unicorn means you have a business that is worth $1 billion. Deji Aboride, right in Nigeria, has 3 unicorns. It's creating those businesses here. And his commitment to Nigerian students, to the Nigerian youth, it's also second to none. I was just meeting with him, with the heads of TETFUND a few weeks ago, on how we're going to cascade AI and machine learning across all our tertiary institutions. Please watch out for that. That's the technology of the future, the way of the future. Thank you. Nigerian youth, the world, you have the world ahead of you. Nigerian students, great Nigerian students,
Grace.
Great Nigerian students,
Grace.
Great Nigerian students.
Grace.
Today, you have a president in the president of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that has your back. You have a president that has your back. And what the president will say every time, the youth, you are the heartbeat of this nation. You are the heartbeat of this nation. So you need to seize on this opportunity. You have a president that is creating an enabling environment for you in every single sector of this economy. Seize on it, and we want many of you to be the likes of Inyaboyeji. Great Nigerian students.
Yes.
Now, members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and deep sense of national purpose that I stand before you today at the official launch of the Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Business Incubation Certification Program. Let me begin by commending all stakeholders, our universities, the Nigerian University Commission, TETFUND, and the academic community, industry partners, and particularly directors of the entrepreneurship at our various institutions, and also, once again, Professor Sunday Adebisi and his team, for conceptualizing and driving this transformative initiative. Today marks not just launch of a program, but the beginning of a new paradigm in Nigeria education system, one that shifts our young people from job seekers to job creators, that shifts our young people from job seekers to job creators, from passive learners to active innovators, from passive learners to active innovators, and from graduates to nation builders. From graduates to nation builders. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria stands at a critical juncture. A youthful population is both our greatest asset and our most urgent responsibility. However, as clearly articulated in the EIBIC framework, traditional model of education, particularly the limited exposure to conventional entrepreneurship courses, are no longer sufficient to address the realities of the 21st century. The world is changing, and changing very rapidly. Technology is reshaping industries, and many traditional jobs are disappearing. Even as new opportunities emerge, if we do not prepare our young people adequately, we risk widening the gap between education and employability. This is why entrepreneurship, innovation, and business incubation certification is just not timely but necessary. Why EIBIC? The EIBIC program represents a bold and innovative approach to education. It is designed to help entrepreneurship across all disciplines, whether in engineering, medicine, law, sciences, creative arts. Like Professor Adebisi said, in University of Lagos today, it's no longer engineering, it's entrepreneurship. It's no longer medicine, it's medpreneurship. This is what we need to do. You need this training, this zeal, to make you a creator of job, not a job seekers. EIBIC enables students to convert their knowledge, talents, and passion into viable enterprise. EIBIC equips students with practical skills, innovation, business planning, financial literacy, and venture development, and ultimately reduce unemployment by empowering students to create sustainable business even before graduation, as we've seen demonstrated by the EIBIC program in University of Lagos. In essence, EIBIC is what the designers rightly described as student enterprise compass, guiding our youth towards productivity, innovation, and self-reliance. EIBIC aligns with our national priorities. This initiative aligns perfectly with the vision of His Excellency, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, under the Renewed Hope agenda to build a resilient, knowledge-driven, and innovation-led economy. Within the Federal Ministry of Education, this also fits squarely into a broader reform framework under the Nigeria Education Sector Renewal Initiative, particularly strengthening STEM with 2M, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences, and innovation-driven education system, promoting skills acquisition and employability, enhancing industry academic collaboration, and leveraging education as a driver of economic growth. EIBIC is therefore not a standalone program. It's a strategic national intervention, a structured pathway to enterprise. One of the most commendable features of EIBIC is its structured, multi-level approach comprising of the following. Number one, early exposure at 100 level to ignite entrepreneurial thinking. Number two, progressive skills development to 200 levels and 300 levels. And number three, full business incubation, mentorship, and venture creation at the final stages. This ensures that entrepreneurship is not treated as a theoretical concept, but as a lived experience, one that culminates in real business, real innovation, and real impact. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the benefit of this program extend far beyond individual students. As outlined in the program document, it will reduce youth unemployment, stimulate innovation and productivity, support wealth creation and enterprise development, and foster culture of problem solving and creativity across the nation. Today, EIBIC is being rolled out in 14 of our universities. By next year, all federal universities would be onboarded. By next year, all federal, let me repeat, by next year, all federal universities will be onboarded, with some federal polytechnics and colleges of education. By the end of 2028, all our federal tertiary institutions will be on EIBIC, will be fully onboarded. And I'll tell you, what we're doing is not abstract at all. It's carefully connected. A few months ago, December precisely, launched the Student Venture Capital Grant to support late-stage startup for the innovators at our various institutions, and this is open. This was open to all federal all institutions across the country, private and public, to help unleash the capacity, that is innate capacity, talent that resides in our youth, in our students. We're giving them 50 million grant to support, gives a powerful platform to achieve this. If we implement it faithfully, scale it strategically, and sustain it collectively, we will build a generation that does not wait for opportunities, but creates them. A generation that does not wait for opportunities, but creates those opportunities. A generation that does not fear the future, but shapes the future. A generation that will lead Nigeria into a new era of prosperity and global competitiveness. On this note, I'm so happy to be here. Today is a great day for our country. Congratulations to the 14 universities that have been chosen, and advance congratulations to the other federal universities that will be onboarded next year, and polytechnics and colleges of education. Thank you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for the foot soldiers of the president. The honorable ministers are the foot soldiers of the president, and they're making things happen. Okay, thank you. The next is a video presentation Please sit down, relax, and let's enjoy the video presentation.
From the 2nd to the 6th of March 2026, the University of Lagos hosted the 3rd edition of the Entrepreneurship Innovation Business Incubation Certification Program, a mandatory 5-day orientation for all fresh students. The program is designed to equip students with the entrepreneurial mindset and skills needed to become job creators from the very start of their academic journey.
So what is EIBIC? It's all about entrepreneurship. Well, really, what is entrepreneurship? Now, a person who has the confidence, who has the know-how, who has the resilience to birth an idea and take it to its logical conclusion. Now, all of you will not start your businesses. But what we want to ensure is that every single one of you will be valuable. Now, when you're in a company, when they say, we let you, they say, no, leave that junior person. That is a valuable person. Because when you go out to look for work, there are many of you. So what makes you outstanding? It's the way you think, how you communicate, the value you bring, your expertise. And it becomes even more important in a country such as ours, Nigeria. We are a fantastic country. We are a growing country.
Many of you are keeping your keys inside your pocket, and the padlock remains closed. And once the padlock is closed, there will not be an opportunity for you to see many things you can explore. So today, we're telling you that you have the key to unlock every potential that you have.
Across all 5 days, fresh students gathered from different faculties within the university. The program featured high-level interactions, bringing together industry leaders, seasoned entrepreneurs, and founders for a series of keynote addresses, panel sessions, and fireside chats.
There's this slogan that reflects the match, making a difference. I actually thought about it, I deliberated on it. I would actually want to make a difference.
Today I learned that I can pursue my career instead without having a BSc in computer science, and I can invest and grow my businesses, and I'm not too young to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or even better.
Even not the insight that if we start now, we actually make a difference.
Students were oriented on how to navigate the official digital platform. Each day ended with a mandatory assessment, reinforcing EIBIC's double certificate model, where students earn a professional certification in entrepreneurship alongside their primary degree. By integrating entrepreneurship into the core curriculum, the University of Lagos is ensuring that thousands of students graduate not as job seekers, but as employers of labor.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
So now tell me now, how are we going to make better results inside in that deposit? Then you are teaching by law people. You are teaching how
From the 2nd to the 6th of March 2026, the University of Lagos hosted the 3rd edition of the Entrepreneurship Innovation and Business Incubation.
Okay. Please a round of applause for the video presentation. They will invite the Honorable Minister for the official launch, and he will direct further. Please, let's put our hands together for the Honorable Minister.
Please, no, it's working. Okay. No, is it okay? Please, take a seat. We're now going to unveil the logo. I'd like to call on the Minister of State to join me, and Mr. Kola Adeshina, as well as Sunday Asefo, and Professor Tanko Ishaya. Okay. So, please come over. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, we're going to count. Come over here, Mr. Kola Adeshina. Yeah. Come. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Let's start the countdown. 4. Wow. Entrepreneurship, innovation, and business incubation certification to be started across 14 Nigerian federal universities. They form this academic session with a full plan to fully onboard all federal universities next year, some polytechnics, and some colleges of education. Congratulations, Nigerian students. Hooray! So, Bayo, come and list the universities that are benefiting. Please be seated.
You can please leave the logo up on the screen. Okay, good afternoon. Standing on existing protocols. For the first phase of the EIBIC program, the 14 schools that are beneficiaries are the University of Lagos, Ahmadu Bello University, University of Jos, Bayero University, Uthman Danfodio University, University of Benin, University of Port Harcourt, Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ibadan, University of Maiduguri, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, University of Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, and the University of Abuja. Please, the Vice Chancellors or representatives of the schools, please wait to collect your letters after and acknowledge the recipient of the beneficiaries. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all the beneficiaries. Congratulations. We are coming to the end of this wonderful program, and I have the pleasure to invite for the closing remarks the representative of the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education. Please, let's welcome the Director of Basic Education. A round of applause for her, please. The Honorable Ministers of Education are very indefatigable ministers. The distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, partners from industry and academia, innovators, entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the closing remarks of the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Education, Mr. Enitan Abel, who is on another official assignment. So as we close this remarkable gathering, today's launch marks the awakening of a national movement and a new chapter in Nigeria's journey of education, journey of innovation and enterprise. Millions of young minds across our institutions are ready to shape industries. They are ready to generate jobs and solve real challenges. Across our universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, and technical institutions, millions of young Nigerians are filled with ideas and possibilities. Ideas that are capable of transforming industries, creating jobs, and solving real-world challenges. For too long, the pathway from knowledge to enterprise has remained uncertain. Today, through the Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Business Incubation Certification Program that is just being launched in 14 Nigerian universities, and to run across all our universities and other tertiary institutions, the pathway is being clearly defined and strengthened. Our honorable ministers deserve a very sound, warm round of applause. Thank you very much for this innovation. This initiative reflects the strategic vision of the Federal Ministry of Education, a system where classrooms nurture creativity, campuses evolve into innovation ecosystems, and graduates emerge not as job seekers, like we have heard over and over again during the course of this gathering, but as job creators and solution providers, as we can see exemplified in the young men, and I believe women, ladies that are sitting in the room with us today. It is a bold commitment to move beyond traditional learning towards a future where education drives enterprise and innovation. Innovation fuels national growth. This program is more than a certification, like you also heard. It is a promise of strengthened capacity, refined competence, and renewed confidence in a new generation of Nigerian innovators and entrepreneurs. Its success, however, depends on our shared commitment. The program has been launched, but the success of it depends on our shared commitment. Governments will continue to provide the enabling policies. However, the institutions must foster creativity and experimentation. Industry must deepen collaboration, and our young people must seize these opportunities with courage and discipline. If we remain steadfast, the results will be transformative. New enterprises will emerge, local solutions will flourish, communities will prosper, and Nigeria will further establish itself as a hub of innovation and across Africa, and I believe across the globe. The work ahead is significant, but the promise before us is even greater. Let this moment mark the beginning of a purposeful journey, one where education fuels enterprise, innovation drives growth, and incubation transforms potentials into prosperity. On behalf of the organizers, therefore, I extend our appreciation to our very amiable honorable ministers, our distinguished partners, institutional leaders, development agencies, private sector collaborators, and all stakeholders who have made this vision a reality for our students, populace, and for our Nigerian society. Together, let us build a Nigeria where ideas are nurtured, innovation is supported, and entrepreneurship becomes a defining national culture. Thank you for your presence here today, your partnership, and your commitment. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, ma'am. With the permission of the honorable ministers, we will take the national anthem, that is a prayer, after which we come down for group photographs. It's not the pledge, please. The prayer. All right, so after the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh God of creation, grant this our one request. Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. Nigeria is actually blessed with all these activities that we have in Federal Ministry of Education. Thank you very much. We invite the high table, so please come for a group photograph. Thank you very much. You can please sit down. The group photograph. After